One of the primary tools that meteorologists use to monitor thunderstorm development is weather radar. These structures, known for their round domes, tower over the surrounding area. Like a silent guardian keeping constant watch over our forecast area, weather radar is an essential tool for diagnosing severe thunderstorms and tornadoes, among other types of weather phenomena. Let's learn more about these storm sentinels.
So our radar and all the National Weather Service radars work basically the same way. They send out a series of electromagnetic waves. If you're curious, it's right between the radio and the microwave parts of the spectrum. These waves go out and they'll hit various meteorological and non-meteorological targets. So anything from raindrops to hailstones down to insects and birds. And a certain portion of that energy gets reflected back to our radar. And in that amount of time and energy that gets reflected back, we can calculate all sorts of different parameters. And here to talk more about these parameters that we can come up with is meteorologist Nicole Riverick.
The radar can tell us a lot about what's going on in our atmosphere. Reflectivity is what you normally see on a radar app or a TV broadcast. The radar sends a beam into the sky, and matter such as raindrops or hail reflect the beam back. The higher the reflectivity, the larger the particle. The greens indicate small droplets, and the reds and yellows indicate larger hail or rain. On the top and bottom left, we have velocity. This tells us where and how fast the particles are going. The red means that the particles are going away from the radar, whereas the green means that particles are moving towards the radar. If we have two nearby velocity signals and they're going in opposite directions, that means that there's rotation. If those opposing values are right next to each other and are very strong, the rotation may be strong enough to produce a tornado. Finally, we have correlation coefficient. It tells us if the shape of each object is consistent. Hail or rain is more consistently shaped, so the value is close to 1, as seen in the dark red on the bottom left. See that blue? That is low correlation coefficient, or objects that are differing in shape. In this case, it's telling us that there's debris from our tornado being wafted up into the atmosphere.
The primary weather radar that covers the Midlands of South Carolina and central Savannah River area of Georgia is located a short distance away from the Columbia Metropolitan Airport and the National Weather Service Forecast Office, adjacent to the campus of Midlands Technical College in West Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay, so our radar, just like, again, all the other National Weather Service radars, is basically the same idea. We have a stand that's about 100 feet tall with a radome that's on top of it, and the actual antenna is inside that dome. This dome itself is about 40 feet in diameter, so it's pretty large. It's kind of hard to comprehend how big it is when you're looking up at it. The last big upgrade that these radars had was about 10 years ago when we upgraded them to be able to use dual pole technology. And this SLEP upgrade we're doing now will extend the life, at least 10 to 20 years further.
In February 2023, our weather radar underwent a process known as the Surface Life Extension Program, or SLEP for short. Meteorologist Matt Gropp explains what SLEP is and why weather radars across the country are undergoing this process.
So the current network of radars that the National Weather Service uses are the WSR 88Ds. And that 88 in there stands for 1988, since that was the year they were introduced. Our radar here is about 30 years old since it was introduced in the mid-90s. And keeping these radars running is crucial to the mission of the National Weather Service, especially during severe weather. However, as with anything mechanical, as radars age, the chances of failure becomes more and more likely, potentially taking the radar out for days or weeks at a time. So that's the whole purpose of the Service Life Extension Program, or SLEP, that we did for the radar here in Columbia. And the goal of this is to keep the radars running efficiently through at least 2030, hopefully longer. The overhaul consists of replacing and refurbishing all the major mechanical parts that are in the radar, including the pedestal, and this part alone weighs up to 15,000 pounds, so it's quite a process. The SLEP process was completed for the Columbia radar in mid to late February, so now our Storm Sentinel is ready to protect the people of the Midlands and the CSRI for years to come.
Thanks for watching the latest episode of In the Field with NWS Columbia. We have more content on the way, so make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you are the first to know when a new video is posted. Until next time, I'm meteorologist Steve Lavoie. Stay safe and always remain weather aware.